So the recording also, I'll be sharing the highlights and the link to the recording for those of us that might need it to make reference to much later. Okay, so without any further ado, I'll dive right into my presentation. Like I said earlier, we're in Africa, but we are not running African time because in less than an hour, we need to be done with this presentation. Um, So yeah, so our journey for today basically, we'll have an introduction. Then my friend Irene Busa will be taking us on a very short talk session on the kind of mindset you're meant to have when you're applying for graduate studies. Yeah, I also have, yeah, and then after that, we'll now go to the graduate studies journey where we'll be looking at how can you effectively search for schools, how can you search for scholarship, because the obvious, it's not an obvious truth, it's an unobvious truth that most of us don't know, that scholarships do exist, like fully funded scholarships for your graduate studies do exist. So yeah, we'll be looking at that. We'll look at required documents for your application. We'll sort touch some application tips that will make your application stand out. Then we have live demonstration of all what we've spoken about. We have our conclusion, and we have time to take, like I said, very few questions because this is series 1.0. So there are other things we will touch more better in-depthly in other sessions. And yeah, so I'll quickly take a profile of the speaker. So my name is Joel Adebayo. I'm an MS my interest is in IoT and robotics. I'm a fully funded MasterCard Foundation scholar. Yeah, and with me here, I have Irene Busa. She's also here, MS-IT, Data Science and Machine Learning, also a MasterCard Foundation scholar. And also in this call, we have my very good friend, Edward Ajayi. He's also a MasterCard Foundation full scholar, MSCAI, an amazing person. So Irene is from Ghana. Edward and I, we are from Nigeria. So now, like I said, we're moving with the speed of light. So I'll give the floor to Irene for a quick talk. So let's just enjoy Irene. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joel, for having me. I'm really super excited to be here to share with you some of the mindsets that you need to have as you go into or you start, your journey of application. And I think everyone gathered here this is the first step. This is actually the first step towards, finding yourself the better opportunity or the better scholarship, because it's very important you listening to people who have already been through the journey. And the first thing I'm gonna say is it's not gonna be an easy journey. It's gonna be a lot. One of the things that helped me a lot throughout the journey is making sure that I put as much applications there as possible. And a mentor once told me that you should not disqualify yourself before the people disqualify you. So many times we tend to disqualify, this one, the profile, the requirements are a lot, and I don't fit the first class GPA, or I don't fit the background and everything that's required. So we tend to discourage ourselves before putting in. But the first thing you need to know is it's a numbers game. You need to put in as many as possible. First, make sure that you have the right, you have the institution you want to apply to, the application process, you understand the requirements very well. Just do your best and put it out there. But again, failure is part of life. You're going to see a lot of rejections. So one thing that I would share with everyone here is make sure you have as many opportunities as possible. Like, have backup plans. Don't wait till it's too late, And we have a habit of waiting till the last day to do the submission. And I will share a painful, experience with you. My first ever scholarship I got, it was given to me by someone. Someone did it for me. I wasn't the one. It was my teacher that did it for me. So I didn't really struggle throughout that process. I didn't know what to do. I didn't actually do anything. And that is for me to also tell you that some of these applications or opportunities are going to come through your friends. It's not going to be only you. So the fact that you were here and you are listening to this, don't just keep it. Someone also needed. I didn't know that you could even apply for scholarships until my teacher helped me the first time. But subsequent ones, I needed to push through myself, and trust me, it wasn't easy. It was quite tough, especially from the background I'm coming from. But one thing is that when you believe in yourself and when you trust that everything you're putting out there, you're doing your best and following all the requirement that is needed, you can be rest assured that one will definitely work. So don't wait till the last minute. I did that and it's really affected me. I put my eggs in one basket and I was hoping it was going to work out. And by the time I realized time was gone and I was left there without a scholarship, and it took like a while. So I'm going to use that to tell everyone here that don't have a growth mindset. Like, have an open mindedness that if oh sorry, you can't hear me.
It was shaking.
But now it's
So
better.
it was shaking, yeah.
All right.
But you can continue now.
All
yeah,
right.
I think it's better now.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, make sure you have as many options as possible. And this is a personal experience I'm going to share with you. The initial scholarship I wanted to study an engineering program in Ghana. The scholarship delayed, but I got another offer from a different university. Also again on a scholarship, and the course that they offered me was something I didn't want, but I knew that I could work out to get to where I wanted to get to. So this is to tell you that sometimes you need to change gears. And I'm so glad that we have Edward here coming to share something with you. He told me a story yesterday that really touched me. That sometimes you need to look at things from different points of view. Don't put everything in one basket, because this game is very, you can't predict or you can't tell. But as long as you're following the requirements, you have the right frame of mind, just be authentic to yourself and admit and know that you're going to receive rejections. It's okay. It's fine. Everyone does it. I mean, you can't begin to tell you how many rejections I have received before finally getting here. So it will break your heart, but don't reject yourself before the people reject you. If you forget anything from this section, I want you to remember that don't reject yourself before the people reject you. Put the application, just put yourself out there. Once you know that you have done what you have to do, just put it out there. One will work. Definitely one will work. So I will end my statement by saying that one, be prepared for it, because some of them comes with interviews. It's not all of them that you just put the application, blind. Some of them are going to come with interviews. So be prepared for what you're going to do. And again, remember, every scholarship, yes, they want to sponsor you. They are sponsoring you based on financial need, but also they're also interested in what you're going to get at the end of the day. So they're not just looking for someone who is needy. I'm going to be honest and upfront with you. Yes, you need it, but show them that what they're doing for you, the values they uphold, you also uphold them. And how do you do that? You do that through your essays. Write them through your essays. If there's an interview, you get to express yourself there. But when there is no interview, the only thing that saves you is the messages and personal messages that you are writing out there. So make sure that you are describing yourself as authentic as possible, and also showing them how much potential that you have, that if they sponsor you at the end, you're going to hold their values, for them. I'll give you a very good instance. Recently, I was contacted by the MasterCard at African Leadership University. They are recruiting new students for their Mauritius campus. And one of the requirements, the MasterCard program lead there said, was that they are looking for people who are in need, but they're not just that, they're looking for people with leadership potentials. That do you have the leadership potential that if we offer you this, afterwards you're going to make something out of it? They're looking for people with, the intention of giving back. That even with the least that you have, are you able to do something with it? So they're not just looking for you being needy. So you can put out the application that all your financial statement shows that you need help, but are you able to give back? You have that standard, something that's make you stand out, and do you have the leadership qualities? Apart from that, are you able to survive? Who talks about your academics? It's very important. Anyone who tells you that that's not important is lying. It's very important. Are you able to survive in the environment that they are sponsoring you in? Because they don't want to sponsor a failure. That's never so. But all massacre scholarships in any university have their cutoff grade points. If you're not able to meet that, just know that the next coming year you're going to be answering questions for it. So make sure that your academic is on point and you do as many voluntary work. That is the only way to show your leadership and you give back quality or your impact qualities. So put everything. Don't limit anything. Make, even if it's as small as helping your small community children to study mathematics. Tell that story. Tell that story. Present that story very, very beautifully. And don't say it is too small. Say it. Indicate it. And trust me, it's gonna make you stand out because it's a numbers game. A lot of people are applying. You don't know what will make you stand out. So please, as you go through this journey, I first of all I wish you all the best, and I know we are going to be here for you. I would personally love to help anyone as much as possible if I'm in a position. But remember, have many options. Have many options. Don't wait till it's too late. Have many options. Don't give up. Just keep applying and ensure that I know very well that one is going to work. Don't discredit yourself before people discredit you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Irene. I really love that session. Short, precise, you stuck to time. I'm proud of you. I think CM is teaching us time management very well. And yeah, I think we are good at timing. Yeah, I think Edward will have a chance to talk, but much later. I think I overheard your conversation yesterday at the leadership session when you were talking with Edward. So Edward, just stay tuned to the end. You have your time because you answer most of the questions. That you have experience in what Irene is talking about. So quickly, in the next 2 minutes before Irene's session is over, there's something she said very well. I had that imposter syndrome also. Like, who am I to compete to get into a school like CMU? Like, who am I? And I did it, and I'm here. Yeah. So yeah, it's way possible. And if I can do it, you can do it even better. And I think another pointer for me in what she said was that the mistake most people make when they are applying for scholarships or when they are applying to grad school is like, these people are looking out for something, and in your application is holistic. You have to tailor it in such a way that they can say, oh, I see value in God's will, I see value in Beatrice, and we can offer them this fully funded scholarship. Like, for example, I was surprised when they told us our tuition is 57,000 US dollar per year. That's over 85 million naira per year. So they won't just give it to anybody. For example, now in Nigeria, where we are 20 Nigerians currently in year one, and just 4 of us got the MasterCard full funding. So there was something they saw. And as I continue this presentation, I'll be showing you some of these things and how to go through the whole journey. So yeah, so next we're looking at the graduate studies journey overview. So basically, I try to summarize this into 4 main steps. So you have the school search. That's how you go ahead searching for schools. How your scholarship hunts, they do exist, honestly. I receive emails upon mails about different scholarship at least once in 2 days. So yeah, then we'll also go ahead about how to properly prepare your documents, then the application submission. I have to refer to what Irene also said. Please don't wait for the deadline. Yeah. So for your school search, one thing I want you to understand is you need to first of all understand where you are coming from and where you are going to. This will help you to figure out which school you are going to. Before I'm here in CMU, I knew I wanted to come to a school like CMU 2 years ago because I knew that in terms of robotics, this is what they do best. So you need to have idea of, oh, I want this school because of XYZ. I want this country because of XYZ. If you talk about robotics in the world, we have top players like USA, Japan, China. These are the people that are really doing well in this field, in robotics. So that was my goal in the first place. So you need to know these things. Their program, are they top-notch programs? Are they reputable? We have so many schools. We have the Q1, Q2. In USA, I think we have Q1, Q2, and Q3 ranking schools. You need to know all these things. Then not just the mistake, and I need to iterate this thing, is that most of us are not ready to do the hard work when it comes to graduate school hunting, because you need to know this information in details. Go to the department page and check it out. What do they do? What are the programs they offer? You might say, oh, I was speaking with someone recently, and he was like, I wanted automobile engineering. I told him that you might not see automobile engineering as a course on its own. You might not get to see automobile engineering as a course, but you might find as a subset under mechanical engineering. So this is where you should be on the lookout for. So you need to know how to do that search by yourself. The location, the campus, the alumni, if you are bothered about that, or you just want quality education. Yeah, you can utilize platforms like US Ranking, US News, university website to get all this information. Then also, if you know, most schools have this, they are diverse now, and they have this international community. You can, LinkedIn is there. I met people in CME before I got to CME, and I know that might be the same case for Edward and Irene. So yeah, you can go ahead, reach out to current students there that are in the school, and create your network and start building it from there. Then now, the next thing is scholarship hunt. So there are two ways to find your scholarship, your dream scholarship. First and foremost, on your school website, for example, if I want MIT, there is a page on MIT that they will display the available fundings or the organization they partner with for scholarship. So they will have it somewhere on their page. And also, you might also know organizations that they run these things, and I'll be telling you about them now. So for types of scholarship, we have fully funded scholarship versus partial scholarships. Like I said, the three scholars here with you today, we are all fully funded. And when I mean fully funded, they cater for your flight fare, they cater for your monthly stipends, they cover your tuition and other amazing perks attached to it. That is fully funded scholarship. Partial, you might get just tuition fee, but you have to cater for your stipends, you have to cater for your traveling expenses all by yourself. Even sometimes you might not get a fully funded tuition. You might get 80% or 50% of whatever the case might be, but that is partial scholarship. We have merit-based scholarship. These are scholarships probably due to how you perform excellently well in your undergrad if you are going for your master's, or how you perform excellently well in your MSc if you're going for your PhD. Then we have need-based scholarship. These are scholarships that they locate communities that need funding for education. And I will be spending a quality time to talk about the MasterCard Foundation, because MasterCard Foundation is both, it embodies everything. From fully funded, they also offer partial scholarships and need-based, because they are funding Africans specifically to study in some, they call them partner institutions, which I'll be taking you through today. Then, like I said, popular scholarship for Africans, MasterCard Foundation scholarship #1. We have Chevening, we have Commonwealth scholarships. And I call these scholarships because most people don't know that it's scholarships. We have Chevening, we have Commonwealth Distance Learning Institute scholarship. We have the MSc, we have the shared, we have the PhD scholarships. They all exist. We have DAD scholarship in Germany. We have Erasmus Mundus across Europe. And we have the MC called Mark Bale scholarships in Canada at McGill. It's also an amazing scholarship because it's also fully funded. I was eyeing that there, but I ended up not going there. So I'm here in CMU. So where to find these scholarships? We have scholarship portals. Like I said, the university website is the best place, and we have social media channels. Then I also have a slide where I have links to all the scholarships I outlined here. So there are so many scholarship portals that exist, but the one I am very, very sure that has been useful to me and they provide credible information is opportunitiescorners.com and scholarshipair.com. You can subscribe to their periodic email. So you go to they send the list of scholarships to you, not just scholarships, other opportunities, research, essay writing, and so many amazing things. They will send it to you. You can subscribe maybe on a weekly basis or whatever it is for you that works for you. So I'm sure of these two. We have so many, like I said. And also these are links to some of the scholarships that are available for Africans that you can benefit from. Okay. For the required documents, Irene said something which is the truth. If you do and you carry out an haphazard preparation or last minute preparation, you will not give in your best shot, honestly, and you don't know the points that would make you miss that beautiful, amazing scholarship. So your academic transcript and certificate. So most people, you need to also find out that some people say, oh, my school, it takes time for me to get my transcript. What do I do? For example, here at CMU Africa or CMU at large, what they require us is your semester by semester transcript. That was what I collected as my academic transcript. And you also need to find out from your school, are they asking for an informal or a formal academic transcript? A formal academic transcript is the one your school sent directly to the school, and the informal academic transcript is the one that you can generate from your school portal, or you have access to, or you're like the semester by semester, you're the one that collected them into a single document and you submit as your informal transcript. You need to get this right, because if a scholarship body is crying out loud, but they're asking for your formal transcript and you're sending the informal, they're not expecting the informal from you, they're expecting the formal from the school. So you might miss out at that. Your statement of purpose, some school they call it personal statement, or some scholarship body personal statement, whatever it might be, you just need to work on that. We'll talk more deeply on all this much later. Your recommendation letter. Let me just quickly say this for the statement of purpose. Most mistakes that people do is, let me give an example. I was reviewing, I hope the person is not on this call. I was reviewing an SOP, was it earlier last week, and the person was talking about, I did this, I did this, I did that. And I told the person straight up, how would you make me, or can't you quantify what you did? For example, I was the faculty president in my undergrad, and that was all. For crying out loud, you were the faculty president. How many people did you lead? For example, the faculty, which is Faculty of Engineering, home to over 500 students. So they are not just seeing you as a faculty president, but they are also seeing you as you were a leader to over 500 students. You can go ahead and say, oh, not just being 500 students, home to probably XYZ amount of teaching and non-teaching staff. And you were that link, and they're like, oh my God, a single person. So you are seeing that you are beginning to quantify what you do, and it's not just blunt. So your statement of purpose should be quantifiable. I did XYZ. What was the benefit? What was the benefit to the student, to the school, to the community, if it's a volunteering activity or whatever it might be? Try to quantify your achievements. Be specific. Don't let it be generic. Don't write an SOP that 3 people can write here and I'll not be able to match it to you. So these are things you need to take notes from your SOP. For your recommendation letters, one mistake most people make is they just reach out to their project supervisor and say, sir, I want you to recommend me. I'm going for graduate studies, and that is all. And you've not spoken to this person in over 3 years. The person would, I was there in my supervisor's office where somebody requested for a recommendation letter. They have a template already. Just go there, edit it, and they submit it for you, which will not do you well. So what can you do to stand out for your recommendation letter? One of the things you can do is send your updated CV to your project, whoever will be recommending you, so that they can know that, oh, from the time you left school till now, you've done X, Y, Z. You can also tell them that I would love you to recommend me concerning the time we worked together as my project supervisor. So you will see that that kind of recommendation letter will highlight your research skills. That kind of recommendation letter will highlight details, probably attention to details, or it's not just generic. I knew this person for XYZ years, he's a good fit, please consider him, thank you. So you are giving the recommenders areas they can talk to. Some of them will go ahead and say, okay, draft what you want me to talk to you about, and I vet it and I make edits. So these are part of the work that it takes in getting your recommendation letter. And also, don't stick your recommendation letter to just one source, maybe just school. If you've worked somewhere, if you've interned somewhere, get this thing. For example, and like Irene said, they are looking for a holistic student. It's not as good academically. It's not as, probably if it's a research-based institution, can this person work in our research facility? So they want to see your research skills. They want to see whether you are good academically. And these are things they are looking at. So let your recommendation letter be diverse. Don't just stick to one pipeline. Your academic CV, let it be as simple as short. One mistake most people do because of laziness is that Number one, there are templates of academic CV online. Don't let your academic CV be generic. Most schools, not all schools, I repeat, most schools, even on their page, you will find templates of how they want you to tailor your academic CV. Yes, most schools will also find template on how they want you to tailor your academic CV. I can see a lot of things that are going through in the chat session. I'll still come back to that later. Then some schools standardized tests are optional, and CME here we had to write DET or some other ones, but I wrote the DET. So there are some schools you have to write your traveling document. If you know you are traveling or you are targeting a particular year, start getting those things early. For example, in Nigeria, it will take time for your international passport to be processed. Start working on it early, because there are times that maybe means of identification, it makes sense to use your international passport, not your ININ or driver's license or whatever it might be. That makes more sense. Am I on time? Okay, so let me continue. So sometimes you might need to write essays. And please, I think, let me say something here. I did this when I was applying to CMU here. So CMU have what they are looking out for. MasterCard Foundation have what they are looking out for. I had to print those two documents. And we had to write, I don't know, I think we wrote essays, maybe like 3 or 4. I really can't remember. But for every information you put on the application, one thing I want you to know is check those documents and ask yourself, if they read what I type here or what I'm answering here, does it match any of the quality that they are looking out for? If it doesn't, please remove it and put something else. So if you're looking for your leadership experience and you're talking about something and you ask yourself, question what you wrote there. Is it really talking about leadership? Is it really talking about volunteering? Is it really talking about a person that will give back? So you need to search, reflect on your life. I had to write outline, okay, should I use this aspect of my life for this portion of the essay? No, I should use this part, or which of this aspect of my life answers this question more. There are sometimes you might just tell a story and it answers like 3 of the points they are looking out for. So just know how you be diverse about your essays. For scholarships like Chevening, Commonwealth, you might need to write leadership and community impact essays. Sometimes you might tell a story that encompasses all what they are looking out for. But like I said, take the requirements that they are looking out for, and any essay, any write-up you are filling on the application, always check and ask yourself, to what degree is what I'm writing tallying with what they are asking for or what they are looking out for? So please do that. Okay, so quickly, I'll be going through a live demonstration. Let me open my browser now. Okay, so I said we're not just all doing theory. So let me go to the document and get some of the links I showed. I'll be starting with the MasterCard Foundation scholarship. Come in. I hope you can all see my screen. Okay, yes. So so MasterCard Foundation scholarship, like I said, they are really it's an initiative that now they want to fund education in South Africa generally. So they have their undergraduate studies, and these are some of these partner institutions. I'm not focusing on undergraduate, I'm focusing on the master's studies. So we have for AIMS, we have for American University of Beirut, Arizona State University, Carnegie Mellon University Africa, McGill in Canada, University of Oxford in England, yeah, University of British Columbia. Is this in USA or in Canada? I don't know. So one of them, we have University of Cambridge. We have all these universities. So from here now, I will use CMU Africa as a case study. Then I think maybe I'll pick one other school as a case study. So some of them, they will tell you details about it. You can see here, registration is open till January 15, 2025. Let me take McGill. Is this still, or University of Toronto? Okay, so registration for U Toronto is still open till November 4. That is tomorrow. Wow. But anyways, let's just take a quick look at this. So you can see here now, read this and have understanding of what they are looking out for. They'll tell you how the scholarship package works. Your support is holistic, career preparation, leadership development sessions, which I'm really enjoying, give back, and so on and so forth. So this is the main part. The criterias. Look at it. They'll tell you this is what they are looking out for crying out loud. So if your application is not showing any of this, and look at something now, they said potential to lead. So you might not have in quotes, so much leadership experience, but if they see from this person's essays and experiences, he has the potential to lead, we can consider him. So our advice was to explore this page, watch the videos, and one thing you can do, which is amazing, and people don't keep to it. We have a contact phone number here. You have clarity, you have anything, send a message. They will get back to you and bet you. You have questions, send a message. So once you go through this, you see the requirements, you see so many information, you read I think I printed this page, this section. No, I had to print this section, yes. You can learn more about nutrition and financial aid, how to apply to CMU Africa. You get useful links from there, and that's how I structure the document I'll be sharing much later. So when you follow these links, you see this institution, and this is CMU Africa, the whole breakdown if you want to study. Aside, for example, like I told you, on every school website, they have a scholarship page. So you can see now on CMU website, they are telling that beside MasterCard, they have other form of funding. Smart Africa, Minds, Government of Rwanda, and so on and so forth. So even if you don't get into, as a MasterCard scholar, you can also get into other form of scholarship. Then for CMU also, how to apply. One of the things, I have this reminder I set. So I look at the important deadlines. For CMU Africa now, you can see early deadline is December 15, and there are pegs to submit early. They will pay for your English proficiency test exam and so on. So note this date down and don't wait till the deadline. You will do a haphazard work if you wait till the deadline. So try and go through all this. One of the things I do when I open the form, I try to check out all the essay. I try to check out all the essays, and I create a Word document and I put them there. So I know, okay, these are all the essays I need to write for this application. And like I said, have a lot of applications. Probably you get to hear Edward's story. So have a lot of applications. So this is all for these are the programs in CMU Africa. They have, if you are into IT, anything IT, just come here. You will get something amazing. You might not see it explicitly well, but once you dig deep, for example, I'm doing robotics and I fall under MSEC. Irene is doing data science and machine learning. She's under MSIT, and so on and so forth. So just if it's AI, cyber security, anything IT generally, artificial intelligence, we have MSc AI. You explore them and you get more information. So this is MasterCard Foundation for University of Toronto. Like I said, go through. This is somebody now from Ghana that got fully funded there. So go to their eligibility and application requirements, the additional information, and so on and so forth. So now I think this deadline is November 4. Then also you need to know the area of, so for example, like I told you, MasterCard, oh, they're laughing at me. I'm shy now. So anyway, so MasterCard, CMU Africa is more geared towards IT. But now you can see that University of Toronto is saying they have Masters of Health Administration, Masters of Finance, Financial Insurance, Masters of Engineering, Biomedical, Masters of Biomedical. So just Masters of Occupational and Environmental Health. I don't know if you are here, but I think I saw in one of the forms, somebody asked about occupational health therapy. So yeah, U Toronto have the program and MasterCard supports it. So go through, look at their requirements, and some of them may have partner institutions. Whatever it might be, just comb through and get the information. That's basically what I'm saying. Should I move on? Let me see. So, like I said, these are all the schools. So go, some of them might tell you, take notes, registration closed. Still go and visit the website and see it for yourself. I told you, we have, I don't know, do they have contact emails here? You can check their frequently asked questions. If their contact emails will be there. If they are not, when you follow the program to the partner institution, McGill University, their registration deadline is January 15. December 1st for public health and biostatistics. I would love to explore this. So let's just quickly look at this. So if you see it's closed, you can still go to the partner university and get a contact email to clarify. You can't ask me, I don't know, I'm not in McGill, but you can get their email and ask. So I think this is still on. So those of us interested in, let me see, do they have a section for the programs? Let me see. Apply. They'll always talk about eligibility. So please always check it out. They will tell you the application timeline. You can see everything listed out, the selection process. Go through it, understand it. If you have questions, there's frequently asked questions. And see what I said, there's an email. Feel free to send an email to them. So don't wait till the deadline. It might take time if you wait till the deadline, because the emails they will have much of them that they have to attend to. So shoot and start applying as early as possible. So I'm done with Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. The link is in the document we'll be sharing with each and every one of us. So feel free to check it out and explore. Is there any other one I should explore? I think let me quickly talk about Commonwealth. Let me quickly talk about Commonwealth. We have links to everything here. So I'll quickly talk about Commonwealth. And I discovered this, that most people don't know this. So we have the Master's Scholarship. We have the Shared Master's Scholarship. I know of people that they got I know of people that have gotten the Masters. She got Shared Masters. I know of people that have got the distance learning. So distance learning is you get your scholarship and you're in your home country. But like I said, there are requirements. So you go through, you comb through the website, check the deadline, is the scholarship on, what are the requirements, what are they looking out for? Some of them will tell you the documents, some of them will tell you the exams you have to write, like English proficiency. Some of them, they will tell you that it can be waived if you provide XYZ documents. So yeah, take note of all those. So I think I need to move on quickly. So I'm done on this page. Yeah, so we are done with the demonstration, and let's go to the okay, so let's go to so evaluating your application. Let me just quickly talk on this. Common mistake. I've said this before. Generic SOPs. SOP that I can attach to anybody. It's not unique to you. Some of you now, you use ChatGPT. I'm not saying I use AI tools, yeah, I won't lie. But I'm not saying that they should now replace human intelligence. No, they are meant to boost human intelligence. Yeah, there are tools we use. Yeah, so you can use them for grammar check, you can use them to get structure, you can use them to restructure. And I think I missed this, but I'll have to include it in this document. Yeah, and let me tell you the truth. If you send an essay to me, before I even read it, I have a tool that I will use to scan your essay to check if it was written by AI, or to what degree did you use AI. And some of these bodies, they use tools like this too. And if, for example, I see that your essay is 80% written by AI, or there's a probability that 80% of your essay was written by AI, do I need to even read the essay? I think you know the answer to the question. So, and that reasons why mistakes is incomplete application, you miss deadline, or you miss, because of your rushing, an important essay that will differentiate you between getting partial funding and being full funding. You do it or you just skip it. Let me tell you, my application, I remember CME Africa, they told me one essay was optional. I was like, optional about, yeah, in whatever way you have to sell yourself, you're selling yourself. So if it is optional, please write something there. Talk about, and beware of redundant information. You've spoken about something before, maybe you've boasted about your research ability in one section of the essay. In another place again, you are doing the same thing. So that's redundant information. Put something different, something new, add spice to it. Not following instructions for the scholarship. I think I've talked about this. Also on the schools and all these scholarship pages, they have places where you can subscribe to get their email. Oh, the scholarship is on, and so on and so forth. Another thing you need to also do is you attend information sessions. Yeah, some of these scholarship bodies, they organize things. And what's the information session? They just talk to you more about the scholarship, how can you amp your application, and so on and so forth. So I remember CME Africa. I attended I think I attended information session more than once. And the major reason why I was attending the information session was anytime I attend, I was getting fresh insights to my applications. So I think I attended it more than once. So please attend information sessions. Even though you don't have, I'm probably doing something else, I'll just plug in my ear. And when something important is discussed that I can get insight from, I note it down and
That's what I use to tweak my application again. So also for those people that are probably pursuing PhD, one of the things you need to also notice when you attend information sessions, for most schools in America, they have this application fee you have to pay for. But I got application fee waiver by attending information sessions. We'll still have another session where we talk basically about those that are moving from undergrad to PhD to schools for their PhD. So we have good people that will also take and handle that session very well. So another thing you can also do, which is helpful, is seek feedback. If someone reached out to me on LinkedIn and, oh, can you help me review my EDA? So fine, but attend this session because some of the feedback I'll be giving you already, you get it from here already. So reach out to. I also did the same thing to when I was applying to CMU Africa. Some of them, they'll take time to respond to, some of them will not respond. So don't put your egg in one basket. You can reach out to like 4 different people, whichever responds to you fast. And we're in Q&A. Ooh. So we have about 10 minutes. No, we have roughly about 12 minutes left. So we have Q&A. So let me see. I will be taking the Q&A session now. So whose hand is raised? Or Beatrice, can you help us moderate that? So just check the Q&A session and just pick those people that their hands are raised. So okay, I can see Matabi. Or can you just unmute and ask your question? Please let it be apt, short, and precise.
Okay, good day. My question is, can you describe the workload, like the academic workload? How is it like?
Edward, can you please answer the question?
All right, thank you, Joel. Academic workload. Well, it's hectic. I won't lie to you. I'm currently on an assignment now, right before this call, and once I'm done, I'm getting to an assignment on a weekend. So it's very hectic. So you probably have 50 hours or not of that amount of time for study in a week. Mostly just a few classes and a lot of assignments, projects, and above. It's very hectic.
Yeah, thank you very much, Edward. I see Edward is not capping. I'm currently in school. I might have to stay overnight in school. I have a robotics assignment project to submit tomorrow. I have to stay overnight in the lab. So yeah, it can be hectic. I'm not going to cap. So it depends on I'm talking about CMU. So I can't talk about any other school, but for CMU, it's both in the Pittsburgh campus and here. I'm telling the obvious truth, it is hectic. So take it like it. So top, let me do, and I think I can use this as an estimating factor. Top ranking schools, get ready for the work. I have a friend in MIT, she said the same thing. So top ranking schools, get ready for the work. Yeah. Do we have any Daniel? Daniel, can you go ahead to unmute and ask your questions?
Okay, so good day everyone. I just wanted to ask, I know scholarship are favorable for people with the first class. But I wanted to ask, what are the fates for people like on the grade, like with their grade of over 5, people on the grade of like 3.5 below, like 3.5 below? Is there hope for them? People rate of 2.1 and stuff like that.
Okay, nice question, Daniel. And I think someone asked that question on the Google form. I think I need to open the Google form to also review any question. So the thing now is that I will not cap and I will not lie. Yeah, you are correct. It can be you are battling. The struggle becomes more real. But remember, I said you are selling yourself holistically. And I think I was privileged to see a grading sheet for application one time. And for example, if I'm attaching MasterCard, I told you there are qualities they are looking out for, and they are attaching grades. So if I see Daniel's application and I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how does he meet academic? Oh, he didn't really do well. I give him 5/10. But if you can amp your leadership ability very well in your application, you can boast of your volunteering experiences. And I'm also grading that, volunteering, 9.5, leadership, 9. And also, one beautiful thing you can also do, which I don't know how much that works, but if you have a genuine reason why your leadership, your academics went down, you can also chip that in. Yeah, I think, yeah. But like I said, they look at your application holistically, not just your academic. So, like I said, we have merit-based scholarship. Yeah, those one, if you don't have a first class, you can't even apply. And we also have some scholarship that they will tell you that if you have a 2-1, still apply. For them to say if you have a 2-1 and you have a 2-1, please shoot your shot. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So I think that's how I can answer your question best. Who else is raising up now? God's will. Irene, is your hand raised? Irene, quickly, yeah. Irene, you can quickly unmute. You want to say something?
Yeah, on that point that you just made mention of, I just wanted to add something real quick. If you saw when Joel was going through the application, you realize that on the the Masterclass scholarship for CMU, academics was just 1 out of 3. So the remaining 2 carries a lot. So if you can project yourself in the other 2. But the point I wanted to make is this. I remember there was an application we were reviewing for a student, and when we were the student final grade, was, I think, 3rd class or the 2nd class lower. But if you look at a person's transcript, we could see, like, from the beginning up to their 3rd year, like, the student was very final year or the final results, whatever happened, we can't tell, And if you look at the essay the person wrote, you could really feel the entire holistic story. So you could tell that, okay, maybe this and that could be the reason why the person at the point to the first class. So it's all about tell a story through every document you are submitting. Tell a story. Like, from the beginning, I'm very intentional with that aspect. I start, if one essay is asking me about that, I tell that the next essay I'm going to write is going to have a bit of something like a follow-up from something I said in the previous one. Like, let them follow through your life, because they're not going to sit on a call with you if there's no interview. They're going to just talk, they're going to look at you, like, from the essay you've written. They should be able to see you, not, because there's not going to be interview. If there's interview, fine. But if there's no interview, what they are reading is what they are picturing. So tell a story through everything, every document, everything you are writing. Be intentional. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to add on that.
Thank you very much, Irene. God's will, you have a question.
Okay, my question is just I want to find out this Calamelon University. I have
Yeah,
a background. I have a background in library and information science. That is my education
yeah.
discipline. Can I? Because what I'm seeing is majorly STEM courses. Can I
Okay.
also apply for a master's like this AI engineering?
Are you interested in AI engineering?
Yes, I'm interested in AI. I've done some AI
Let me
courses.
give an example. There's somebody in our set. He's a medical doctor. He's currently doing MSIT. You just need to convince them why that switch is there. That's all. That's why there's the SOP. Convince them. When he told me, I was like, are you kidding me? A medical doctor, MSIT. His area is he wants to apply his knowledge in the knowledge of IT in the medical field. So just convince them in your SOP and all your other supporting essays and documents why you're having that switch. It's possible. Okay, so
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Do we have any other questions? Edward, I think Edward, have you done justice to all the questions in the chat session?
Yeah, I think
is there anyone we need to bring to the open house? Oh, Josiah, can you please shoot your question? Unmute and shoot your question.
All right. Good. Good evening. Thank you so much for this session. So my question is, I just want to know more about CMU, like the university itself. Where is it located, and can you get to just move to master and PhD level, like in robotics engineering, straight from as an undergraduate, like after you're done as a graduate to PhD level straight? And is there scholarship?
Okay, so I said something earlier. So what you're talking about, first and foremost, if you want to know more about CMU, go online. Please do the work. You'll get more information than I'll ever tell you. So CMU, they have their HQ in Pittsburgh, they have other campus in Qatar, they have in CMU Africa, which is located in Kigali, Rwanda, and so on and so forth. So go online. But if you want to get concerning what you said about BSc straight up to, so like you are done with your BA, your BSc, and you apply straight for masters and PhD, or some schools they'll call it PhD direct. Yes, it's so possible, especially in American universities. And I said that is not the pain point of this presentation, this session. Like I said, and I said it earlier, we're having a series. So we'll have another series where we will talk about, for those people that are interested in studying abroad. So you can, in America, let me just give you the stats quickly. In America, about 80 to 90%, if not more, about 80 to 90% of STEM related courses for your PhD is fully funded. Very hard to get. So either you work as a research assistant, teaching assistant, admin assistant, or whatever form of assistantship you might get. You might get a fellowship, you might get a scholarship, but most times really, really competitive, especially when you're an African. For fellowship and scholarship, you might get. My friend now is University of Michigan. I don't know if he's in this call. I think he got part funding or so. But yeah, it's so possible. Do we have any other questions? Edward, you said you've done just the calls in the chat section. We have about 7 minutes left.
Yeah, I was okay. I think I would just reply to Babatunde on this call instead of I was actually typing the reply now. So he asked the question about writing an SOP, and then you now use AI to structure, and then it's showing 100% AI. There's a way you will write your essay, we will know it's AI, and we will know it's
exactly.
not AI. So because before AI can pick your essay as 100% AI, I don't want to be the judge of it all, but then maybe there's something there that shows that you didn't write it yourself. So, but then it is advisable when you are writing your essay, please do the hard work, do your research, learn storytelling, learn how to tell your story, tell it convincingly in your words properly. Even if AI flag it, so there's a way professor will read your story and say, "Oh, this AI is just playing." They will look at it and they will look at it and they're able to see the originality and the authenticity of the fact that that story belongs to you. The AI cannot manufacture your story. AI cannot tell your story like you. There's no such AI anyway. So please help yourself and write your story yourself. And then if you need help, send it to people to help you review your essays. I think that's a better way rather than using AI to structure what is not meant to be structured.
And in addition to what Edward said, I don't even need to take it to an AI to detect. Or when I read essays now, I know, oh, this person is AI. You see the AI is large. ChatGPT is a large language model, so it's combing information from the web and it generates something for you. And what it generates from Mr. A would not be different from what it generates from Mr. B. And they see that similarity here in CMU Africa. If you submit an assignment and it's similar to somebody else's assignment, both of you will lose marks and you will face the panel. So they call it academic integrity violation, AIV. So yeah, so that's how it is. So please, I'm not saying don't use AI, but use AI responsibly. And like Edward said, please do the work. AI doesn't know that your unique story, that your unique African story, AI cannot tell it. So please do the work. Godswill, have we answered your question? Please, you can put your hands down. So we see. Irene, Edward, do you have any closing thing to say? I can see your hand. Okay, Edward, you have your hands up. You have something to say.
Sorry. I actually sorry, I missed a question. Somebody asked a very good question here that somebody that is an undergraduate, where's the best time to start applying? The thing I would advise is that before you graduate, if you know that you want to do graduate school in your second year, your third year, be looking out, be building the skills that you need. By the time you get into your fourth year, by the time you are getting to your final year, you should be, if you are ready to go, you should be putting applications. I always tell people of one story of a Nigerian that is in, I think, Funab. Yeah, in his final year, he has not written his final exam when he got offer for PhD in CMU Pittsburgh. He has not even graduated BSc completely. But when they see his documents, they know that this one, there's no option. He will graduate. And then if anything happened, oh, well, that's a village people's case. But if you know you want to go for it, please build your profile. If you know you are qualified, even without the documentations and everything ready, please go ahead and apply for it.
Thank you very much, Edward. And in addition to what Edward said, please, what I will also advise you, you are in your year 3. as you are like what Ed was saying, which is very important. We've seen for the undergrad on this call, you've seen the requirements that MasterCard they are looking for. Ask yourself the questions: do I have volunteering experience? Do I have XYZ? So if you don't have it, this is the best time for you to start building them. And as you are building them, you can even start getting your rejections in your undergrad from year 4 if it's a 5-year course. Maybe you get. I know of a friend, Caleb. He got his first rejection when he applied in his final year. He went for his NYC service year. Immediately he was done straight up to the US. He got a fully funded PhD from undergrad, fully funded. But what did the experience teach him? Right from undergrad, he has started learning how to write SOPs, how to craft his academic CV, to get his documents ready. He had already started learning all these things. So when that time came during the service year, we were all laughing together in Makurdi, Benue State Makurdi. And he finished August, September, he was in USA already. Boom. So yeah, start working on the documents quickly. Irene, and I think we will close this session.
Okay. Then I guess I'm literally going to be the last person talking. I just wanted to say that again, I want to stress, be very intentional. We've talked about using AI and that we are not discouraging from using. A school like CMU is very, very particular. In fact, I remember during our application, there was a strict warning that if you use AI and they catch you, they would disqualify you immediately before you even pass through the doors. So be very intentional with what you're writing and start very early. Start very early. I remember when it came to do an info session in my school, I added it to the list of things I should be looking into. And they said the second deadline was 15 January. Trust me, I submitted by the first deadline, which was in December. I wasn't waiting for any January. I don't want that. I was part of the first set of students who submitted. That talks about planning, like Edward and Adebayo said. Start planning. If you are planning on doing something, start early. I had a lot of options. I had a lot of opportunities that I wanted to look into. In fact, if I had gotten any of them, but my backup plan had a backup plan. So please, we're in Africa. We just know that things can happen. I'm being honest with you. Like I got an offer. I almost got an offer from Goldman Sachs. If I had gotten it, I wouldn't be here. But last minute, they canceled it. And just when they canceled the CMU gave me a full scholarship. I was like, well, here we go. So you get it. You have to always be having like a backup plan or backup plans. So please, start as soon as possible. And those qualities you don't have, start picking them up right now. Like you don't have to be the initiator. Just join. If you find people going to the farm, just join them. Just go. Just do something and get yourself there. Yeah. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Irene. We have Bakare Zainab. Should we take this question? Okay, please, Zainab, please be quick. After that, no more. Zainab, can you please be quick?
Sorry, my question is about, I think I'm taking us back, but the problem is when you have a lot to say and how to summarize it into the few words that they give you to summarize your essay for. Like you have a lot to say, but you only have to write it in 500 words. What's the best way to structure it?
Okay, so one of the things they want to test whether you're ready to come to graduate school is, can you express an idea with few words? It's a skill you have to learn. You call it academic skills. So be concise. One of the things when I review people essays, redundancy. So if what you are saying about 500, I'm sure if you give me your 1,000 word essay, I'll help you reduce it to less than 500. And how will I reduce it? There are two things I will do. You want to talk about your achievements as an undergrad, you are using 3 sentences. I can comb that to 1 sentence and highlight what you did and still send the same message. Another thing people do unconsciously, and like I said, that's why you need to print out the requirement you're looking out for. That's why you need to print it out, so that anytime you are writing your essay, each line, you are asking yourself this question: how does this speak to what they are looking out for? If it doesn't, take it out. So that is how you can reduce it. It's a skill which you have to, and that's why you need to start early. You have your first draft, you have your second draft, you are removing, you are adding, you are removing, you are restructuring. You take the first, oh no, this is a bad intro. Take it down, bring a better intro. work on your body first. Most time people have issues in working on the introduction, and I want it to be bang, and that's where the hard work is. But your story is in the body. Work on the body first. Then later on, you might be sleeping one day, or you're in the shower one day, and boom, the idea for the introduction will come. And that's how. But if you are waiting for the idea of the introduction, and you don't work on the body, time is going. Yeah. So I think that is all. And lastly, what I want to say is, for those of us that are currently applying, I saw in the form, the Google form that we filled, we have some volunteers of Mastercard Foundation scholars here, and some of my friends that will be available to help you to review your essays, go through your academic CV, go through your SOP, and make feedback. To this regards, our email is currently on the group chat. Feel free to ask further questions there. Whenever you want a document to be reviewed, I think I need to say this quickly. Use a Google Doc, then share it to the email. So that, for example, when I pick up the email and I'm reviewing, or anybody's reviewing, and we are just seeing, oh, we have this, we are reviewing, we are making comments, adjust this, take this off, look at this. Did you really go through the requirements? Does this? So I think that's that. So even with your academic CV or any document you'll be sending, utilize the email. I respond to emails faster than I do to WhatsApp. So if you're trying to get me on WhatsApp, it will be difficult. So I think that's all we have to say for this session. Just stay tuned. We have more sessions. We might have a session where we have it in pipeline. The next session probably will focus on SOPs and academic CVs. I think probably we'll have that very, very soon, very early in November, where we focus on SOPs and academic CVs. I would like to say thank you for everybody who joined. I'll be sending the recordings and the slides to our emails to anticipate before the end of today. We'll all get it. That's all for today. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye-bye. So we are free to leave now. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Irie. Thank you. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Beatrice. I think I saw Afsana here, which is also she's also my friend, but we are turning enemies soon. Yeah, we're turning enemies soon. Is she still here? Yeah, she's laughing. When you see me in school tomorrow, I'm going to change it for you. So yeah. So yeah. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We'll have to end now. People don't want to go. I want to close the gate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you can post. Do we want feedback?
Thank you
I
so
think we'll send a
much.
Google form for feedback. So in case let's just know your feedback, whether it was insightful. I'll share the link on the group chat and to our emails also. Yeah. Who is raising hand when we've closed the gate? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Send your question to the email on the group chat. Oyeni Kayode Felix. Please send your email to the question on the group chat. We're done for today. I think that's all. I'm ending the meeting for everybody now. Quickly, let me stop the recording.
My hand.
Stop recording.